Hello everybody, it's Mia Penfold here at ASA, All Strings Attached. I'm back with another article, and this one is on Sky News, and it is by Tom Gillespie. Yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and read this. Libby Squire Man held on suspicion of abducting missing Hull student. A Humberside police spokeswoman said that the 21-year-old has still not been found since she went missing last week. A 24-year-old man has been arrested on the suspicion of an abduction of the disappearance of Hull student Libby Squire, the Humberside police said. The suspect has been held after officers attended an address in Regland Street in the city on Wednesday, where a car was photographed being towed from the scene. Officers were soon seen on the street this morning while the suspect remains in custody. The address where the man's arrest is half a mile from the University of Hull student's home. A policewoman said that 20-year-old Miss Squire has still not been found and that finding her remains is a top priority. The force say that they have received hundreds of calls in the last week. She was reported missing in Hull in the early hours of Friday morning, and an intensive search has been mounted by the police and volunteers. Detective Superintendent Matt Hutchinson said that after the arrest on Thursday, we're still treating Libby's disappearance as a missing persons inquiry. I have said previously that we're keeping an open mind as to her whereabouts, but that is still very much the case. He added, during the course of the investigation, we have spoken to a taxi driver and another motorist who stopped to help Libby on the night. I want to make it clear that these individuals are not suspects in the inquiry. My officers have been and will continue to work around the clock in search of Libby. Police officers in the area of Beverley Road and the University on Thursday night where they will hand out leaflets to speak to people to gather as much information as possible for the case. Officers said a special media van and a large screen will be driven around the same time displaying information for help to find her. Mrs. Squire has not been seen by friends since getting into a taxi outside the Welly nightclub in Central Hull at 11 p.m. on Thursday. She had been dropped off in a cab near her home at Wellesley Avenue around 11:29 on Thursday. Mrs. Squire was seen for the final time 10 minutes later on CCTV close to a bench nearby Beverley Road, where a driver stopped to offer her help. Officers have said that the motorist has been in touch and really helped out. The Humberside police has confirmed that the man has been ruled out as a suspect. A neighbour who did not want to be named said she had heard an urgent panic scream outside her house about 12:30 on Friday. A woman who lives near Mrs. Squire's home, the area populated by students who make a lot of noise any day of the week. Police said they were extremely concerned for the University of Hull's welfare, and her disappearance was very out of character. Her parents, Russell and Lisa, made an emotional plea for anyone with information to come forward on Monday. Mrs. Squire said that, Libby, my darling pie, we just want to know that you are safe. Please get in touch with us any way you can. The whole family is missing you, especially me and your dad and your sister and your brother. I miss you so much, it's breaking my heart. I don't know where you are. I love you. Specialist officers have been supporting Mrs. Squire's family throughout. Miss Squire has two younger sisters and a younger brother who all live in High Wycombe. Officers said that she had a number of leads and revealed the Coast Guard and firefighters were searching around the Hull River on Sunday. Police dogs have also been deployed into the area where Miss Squire was last spotted. Around 200 students carried out a search of the university premises on Saturday afternoon. More than 70 police officers have been searching for her since Friday, with 200 trainee officers drafted in to help. Humberside Police Superintendent Simon Gawthorpe asked people to check their gardens and outbuildings in case Mrs. Squire was sheltered there. Officers said on Monday they found Mrs. Squire's mobile at her home but had not provided any information on where she went.